Hi, I'm Dr. Alex and I'm a doctor of chiropractic. Today I want to talk to you about a very common posture fault that I see in a lot of my patients who come to the clinic, and that is forward head posture, which we've covered in an earlier video, in combination with upper cross syndrome. So basically what that means is that the head has moved forward from its natural position, often due to poor posture, bad habits, injury. This is then coupled with upper cross syndrome, which is basically an internal rotation of the shoulders and a roundness of the mid-back, allowing the head to drop forward even more. Now this causes some muscles to become shorter and other muscles to become longer. The muscles that become shorter are the suboccipital muscles in the base of the skull, the pectoralis minor, which is one of the chest muscles, the subscapularis, the sternocleidomastoideus, and the scalene muscles. And the muscles that become longer are the trapezius muscles, the rhomboids, and the deep cervical flexors. So what we want to do with people who exhibit upper cross syndrome is, well, apart from chiropractic adjustments that will help open up and extend the mid-back, is that we want to give them very specific exercises that will help restore better posture and better spinal alignment so that these conditions can be improved. So this is our patient. So when we look at the patient from the side, the ear should be in line with the middle of the shoulder. Now the patient isn't really showing much of an upper cross syndrome, but if he were to rotate his shoulders forward, now he's exhibiting an upper cross syndrome along with forward head posture. And you can also see how his back has rounded more and how the shoulders have dropped more into an internal rotation. We can also see a shortening of the chest muscles, namely the pectoralis minor, along with other effects on the muscles we mentioned earlier. So now we're going to go over a simple exercise that will help you combat both upper cross syndrome and forward head posture, which will improve your overall posture. And it's called a wall lean exercise. So when we do this exercise, what we want to make sure is that we have the patient standing up against the wall, and we want to make sure that the shoulders are drawn back in a neutral position. If the patient exhibits upper cross syndromes, what we want to make sure is that they draw and retract those shoulder blades back to get everything into a nice position. We also want to have our head back against the wall. If the patient has upper cross syndrome and forward head posture, typically the suboccipital muscle group will be very tight and the patient might be looking up. So what we want to do is we want to retract the chin so that the head is in a neutral position. So now what we do is we have the patient take a small step forward, about 30 centimeters away from the wall, and we want to make sure that the ear is over the shoulder. And if it's not, what we want to tell them to do is draw the chin in, alright. So if we just take our chin forward just to show you the improper way of this position. So what we want to do is we want to correct this by drawing the chin back so that the ear is over the shoulder. And then what we do is we hold this position for about 3 minutes. So what's happening when we do this exercise is that we're making deep cervical extensor muscles hold upright, and we're strengthening the deep cervical extensors. What we also do is we're stretching the suboccipital muscles by holding in this position and by putting our spine in a proper alignment. So as I said, do this exercise for approximately 3 minutes and try to do it on a daily basis. So if we can do that, you will strengthen your postural muscles and over time improve your posture. And with that, trust me, your spine will thank you for it.